Hello, I'm Julie. Welcome to my channel, Plans in the Making. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you some brand new washi tapes sent to me from the Washi Tape Shop. I've only started using their tapes this year. I made some beautiful Dutch door and window page spreads with the last lot of washi tapes they sent me, and I'm looking forward to creating something special with these tapes in my creative journal today. I can see we've got some different themes and styles of tapes. I'm particularly excited to open these. So let's take a quick look at them before I get on with the plan with me. We'll start with these two. I'll put all the details on the screen, and you can also find them in the video description along with my affiliate link. Thank you to the Washi Tape Shop for sending me all these items. They're always prettily packaged in this tissue paper. I believe these are all fairly new or recently released designs. And I chose the washi type material, although most times you can get them in pet tape as well. This one has got lots of girls and lots of smaller icons like books and coffee, plants, letters, and then we've got some larger stickers with coffee shops. This is going to be a fun one for making scenes, and it does go quite a long way before you get to a repeat. I don't think we're there yet. Maybe, I think there. If you watched my first ever video where I used the tapes from the Washi Tape Shop, then you'll know I struggled because the washi material is very delicate, and so what I tend to do is take out a complete cycle and put them in a sticker storage book so that I can see all the designs. I do admire these planners that I watch who have the tapes and are able to move them backwards and forwards and plan using them. Those were both super cute. Let's grab a couple of the floral ones. There's some really, really pretty florals. Magnolia Bloom. We've got quotes and frames, as well as lots of individual florals. So pretty. And I like that we've got really tiny quotes because they can fit in little spaces. And we are back to the beginning. It always feels a little bit like Christmas opening up these packages. I do have a discount code that you can use. It's Plans in the Making 10. And find you do have to open them carefully because it can pull the washi tape away. Oh, this one has got some really beautiful watercolour look florals. I like these. And some little snippets of scenes. Mountains and lakes. Really, really pretty. I can see making something really beautiful with that, and we're back where it started. In case you haven't realised, I'm saving what I think is going to be my favourites till last. What I really like about the washi material is that it really does blend into the page and looks like part of the page. And you add it to your spreads. This lemon theme is very in the planner community at the moment. I think it's everywhere, the Mediterranean vibe. It's funny how things go in cycles. And lobsters seem to be the other thing that I'm seeing a lot of recently, but we've got some beautiful florals, lemon tree, lemons, hats, a girl there with a basket of florals. Summer planning is just sunshine captured on paper. Oh, that's really pretty, that girl there. Really, really gorgeous. And the cycle ends there. This one looks interesting. It looks like it's got lace. Oh yes. Now I would say the vintage look is not really my thing, but I always like a challenge. You'll know if you've watched me plan before, so I can see a challenge coming with this particular set if I can get it open. Yes, it's going to be really feminine and delicate and pretty with these ribbons looking like lace and florals. Very different. I've not had anything like this before. Really soft and pretty colours. And it goes on. And I think we've probably come back to the beginning. I always lose track of where we are. We definitely had that before. So look out for maybe a video coming where I challenge myself to use that, although I don't think I'm going to be using this one today. So I am really, really excited for these because I like fun, whimsical stickers, and these look right up my street. I'm trying to think if I've ever made a cat spread before. I think maybe I have with some Happy Planner Modern Meow stickers, but it's not something I do very often. And of course, I immediately thought of Nellie from Be Planner Happy when I saw these tapes. So I hope she has seen them and maybe got hold of them, because I would love to see what she comes up with these fun designs. So we've got all sorts of cats doing different things. They look like they're climbing up this line here. We've got fishing, we've got rainbows, sparkles, little snails, flowers. What I like about these is they are very small, so these would be perfect for my Skinny Mini and also for my Happy Planner teacher layouts where I need to leave room for writing. I love this one with the little fish. They are just such fun. What's this one trying to do? Is he trying to burst the balloon with a pin? I'm not sure. And I think we are back to the beginning. Those are delightful. So is it going to be more of the same on this roll? It looks like it. Oh, there's a cat hanging on the line. Crying. These are too cute. Yes, it's more of the same. There's the one hanging on the line. And there's one sleeping. And there's another one crying. They don't seem very happy in this one, a lot of them. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. I can't wait to play with these. Yeah, I don't know why so many of them are crying. And I'm sure we must have got back to the start by now. Yes, we've got that little one who's pegged to the line. And with this one, although we've got these separate stickers here at the bottom that will come off like that, it does look like the line is part of the design. So I'm not quite sure if I peel this one whether all of these will come off, but we'll find out if I use this in my plan with me today. As you might have guessed, I am going to use my favourites, the Crazy Cats, in this spread today. And I was right about the stickers being all on one strip. So when I was taking the stickers out, they came off all together along the line, and I did have to cut them to fit them in this sticker book. And you can see that although the line is meant to be straight, there is some flexibility. Like on this page, it's quite bendy. I think the idea is that you put it down a line in your planner page, and one tape had it going vertically and the other one was the horizontal lines, which is what I'm going to be using in today's pages. I thought I'd go with the washing line idea, and I'm going to do 3 pages. I don't think they can technically be called Dutch door pages because I'm not planning to replicate the design exactly on the back. I'm not sure if they have a name as such. Slanted flat pages or something like that. Oh, and I nearly cut in the wrong place because it's actually from the top I need to cut, so that would have been a disaster. I think I might use my X-Acto knife, it will be easier. Although you can't always get the cutting mat right to the edge. So I'm cutting away the top part of the page, not the bottom, to make this slanted flap. Just need to go in with my smaller scissors. That's flap number 1, and the next flap will be about here. On the second page. Always a bit fiddly cutting close to the spine. So I'm probably going to ink these pages up so that they look a little bit like there's a sky behind the washing line. It's going to be a little bit tricky because I've got this page that I made with the pockets underneath and they are quite bulky. So we'll do our best. I use this Whispers Permanent Waterproof Dye-Based ink, which is in royal blue, but I'm going to make it really light. so you may not even really see it on your screens. I just want a touch of sky colour. So now I'm going to add the cats, and I'll start with this row because it's got some of the larger cats on it, and if I'm thinking about perspective, then the smaller ones would go at the top. I may have to add some or cut some off, and my tip when you're using these washi stickers is to peel them up very slowly and gently because they do tear very easily. So I'm not putting them on the line, and that's why I'm not doing a Dutch door as such and cutting around them. I'm going to put the line just below. So it's tricky because they are bending. And I do want to try and keep the line as straight as I can. This one does not want to cooperate. I might need to add something there because the line isn't carrying on to the end. Which one do I want next? I think these look like the smallest ones, so maybe either this one or this one. Now, just because the cats are on a line does not mean that you can't cut them up and use them individually. That's not the right angle. Again. I definitely see the concept that the Washi Tape Shop were going with here, but I think they could have given you a line and the cat separately, and you could have done the same thing without having them all attached. But we've done it. I'll just check. Yeah, stuck. And hopefully the top one will be easier, but I shouldn't say that because it might not be. No, I can see it's already not straight. I'll use the dots and try and lay them across them as straight as I can. Not perfectly straight, but it will do. I need to find a cap for the end there. This one should hopefully fit. And that's our 3 washing line pages. Oh, that one's stuck to there. Thought I'd put some grass at the bottom with some flowers. I've got some flowers in the little stickers. I might add something different to the other pages. I don't like all the pages to look exactly the same. This is some Doodlebug washi. It's quite old, but I think you can still find grass washi if you look. I know Planything had some for sale a while back, and I also have a punch that cuts out grass. So you could do that. That's still available on Amazon. Let's use some of these tiny stickers. And I think there are some bees and butterflies that I can add. So now on this side, I might use this washi from Planything and do more of a lawn effect rather than the grass. There are a few pot plants that I can use. I'll do a couple of strips. I do have a picket fence stamp that I could use. I don't know whether I'm going to put it all the way across or not. Using my Fiskars paper trimmer. Oh, that's not quite long enough. needs to go, I think, over the green, but doesn't necessarily have to go the full length. I can always cut an extra piece. Might need to go in with my quickie glue pen, I think, on some of these bits. It's just not sticking down at the edge. I think that's better. Cut an extra bit to add on at the end. Just add a little bit of quickie glue. Now I can add a few of these plant pots. I just like it when you turn the page and you get something a little bit different. Let's put this little snail. And another little bee. I've got this cute little, I think it's meant to be some sort of chick holding this flower. Let's have that as well. And a little ladybird. Now on the last page I thought we could have a wall. Oh, it's not sticking, it's definitely not sticking down. Probably should have used double-sided sticky tape rather than the tape pen. But hopefully a bit of this will sort it. Problem with tape pen is that because of all the holes, it's not really getting much of the sticky part on the cardboard. We'll come back to that later if it's not stuck. Let's do the final page. And I thought this is where I could show you how I cut the cats up to use them individually. If I have some of them sitting on top of the wall. I think I'll do one more. So what I could do is take some of these ones that are sitting up, like this one here, and then put him on the wall like that. And we've got a few others. We've got this one sleeping on the wall. I don't know why, but we've got a few that are crying on the wall. won't use both of them together. And then you could also, with these ones, some of them you could cut and turn them around this way, so it could be walking along the wall, that one could be balancing on the wall, so you can use them in different orientations. I'll probably stick to this set. Oh, I really like this one. It's got the sleeping. I think that's fairly well balanced. And they do have the odd cap that's not joined to the line, that's on a balloon floating, so those can be used around the page as well. Could add a couple of flowers growing up against the wall. Although I'm not too sure about the flowers, so I think I'm going to take those off. Maybe leave those little bits of grass. And we do have some clouds on the sun, but really they would go higher in the sky, so I'm not going to scatter those around here. So next I need to work on these pages, which are going to be more for the journaling, seeing as most of these pages are all decoration. I could carry the scene over to the other page, but obviously that's not going to leave any room for journaling. So I thought it makes sense maybe to have something that looks like it might be the edge of the house. So I'm going to use this grid washi here. I always find the opposite pages the hardest to do when you're doing special pages in your journal, because you have to think all the time what's going to show when you turn the page. I'll make myself a little mark so that I know that page comes to there, and this page comes to here, just so that when I stick things on I know what's going to be showing. Now this is where I wish that I could get your advice, because I want to turn this into the house that the washing line is attached to, but I don't want to cover this whole page with strips of washi. I thought about using inks, but I don't really have a light brown that's this colour. I do have a mild liner, so I could colour in the whole page, but that's a lot of colouring. I was going to add this for the door and then add some boxes for windows that I could journal in. So I don't know whether to colour it all in or simply leave it white. I think it will probably still look like a house even if I leave it white, so we will go with that. I'm using this arched box from Happy Planner, and I'm just going to cut the jot it down part off the bottom. And I want the boxes to be as big as they can for journaling. So I don't think I could fit this many in, possibly. Or I could do it this way up and have a smaller one there. I always struggle because I want to make it look as real as possible, and of course this planner spread isn't reflecting reality at all. I'll put this one as high as I can, but I don't want it to show under the flap. Trying to get it straight. That will do. I have the door right down to the ground. I'm really struggling to get these stickers down straight. Maybe a smaller box here. So that's that section. I think I'm only going to fit this size box at the top. Sort of looks like a house. Trying to use colours that I can see in the cats. It's looking a little bit more like a block of flats now than a house. But I wanted the washing line to look as though it was attached to something. Could either have that. I have my washing line attached to the wall of my house. I think it's going to have to be this one because the other one won't fit in. I think it might look a bit odd, this one. We'll see. I think it gives the impression of a house. Let's just check the flaps. So that's okay. I need to repeat the same on these pages. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough doors, that's my only issue. I've got a green one, which kind of goes with the green. So I'll use that. And then I've got this colour, which does go with a little fish there, but not much else. And I realise I am ending up with 3 pages that are pretty much the same. But at least I haven't got the cats going over both pages. So I'll add the rest of the windows and doors and be right back when that's done. Let's add a cat sitting by the front door. And maybe one looking as though he's sitting on the windowsill. And maybe this one is hanging from the window. I don't know why. I could add curtains to the window, but it just takes up more of the journaling space. So I'm going to add a couple more cats and then we will be done. This one here and this one. And this one. This one can be waiting on the doorstep. And then do I want to have a couple of the ones floating with the balloons? Although I'm not sure that I want that to show, so let's move that one down if we can. And I'll move this one over so that if I want to do journaling in the middle, I could do that with some old liner lines. And then I've got all this room I could write on. Little hanging basket I could have on the wall there. And I think I'm going to stop there. If I want to add more detail to the windows, like some curtains, then maybe I will. But I think these are such fun pages and something I haven't tried before in quite this way. So if you love cats, you might want to grab this particular washi set. And if you'd like to see any of the other washi tapes I showed in action, then let me know in the comments which one you'd like to see. Do give this video a like or subscribe to my channel if you've enjoyed this video. And if you like creative ideas, then you might want to check out this video where I made these fun spring pocket pages, which you can use for hidden journaling. Remember, all the links to the tapes that I've shown today are in the video description, and you can save with my code PLANSINTHEMAKING10. Hope this video gave you some inspiration today, and I'll see you in the next one.